Longtime fans of my work will remember that I built an awesome deck that was just Bant Survival. Um, Later, it kind of got the name Pitch Perfect. I think Phil Wynn called it that. And it was like a green-white survival deck that had Meddling Mage splashed in so that it didn't like auto lose to combo decks, which is definitely a big deal. However, it is not easy for your Survival of the Fittest deck to touch blue when it wants to play 100 green sources. So the goal is to build that exact same deck that has all the mid-range crushing elements of the original Bant Survival deck that tries to crush combo using other stuff that we have access to. Right now, I've got a mix of cards. I considered a lot of things. I even considered Guy's Blessing as like a funny thing. But honestly, at the end of the day, the tough thing is that survival decks just get annihilated by Opal Wave. Opal Wave comes on the battlefield, takes out all your creatures and enchantments, which is your survival, and all the creatures that were hanging out with it, exiles them forever, and you don't really have much you can do about that because you can naturalize the opalescence, and then you still got 10 for 1, and they're going to use their engines to recover. So you kind of have to stop that from hitting the battlefield or come in front of those cards. And that's where you kind of try to play, I guess, Glowrider and Armageddon and Pyroblast. Um, you can consider playing cards like Presence of the Master. I think that might be like a little bit too deep, but honestly, I don't begrudge the idea. But yeah, it's tough. Combo in this format is very robust and it has a lot going on. So, is this deck gonna ever beat Iggy Pop? Probably not, right? It's not fast enough. It doesn't have quite all the right tools. But at least Glowrider is gonna like Glowrider Armageddon makes it look like it has a chance. Um, I could also play Wastelands and try to put Mana Denial on the mana base or something. I don't think anything like Avalanche Riders is going to be as good as Glowrider. So this is kind of where I'm at. Um, Main deck is the new exciting addition is I'm going to try to play Mirri's Guile and Lay of the Land. I can play the full 8 fetches based because of how my mana base is constructed, and then Lay of the Land is 2 more fetches, and then you have 4 survival, so you have 14 ways to shuffle your deck. So Mirri's Guile is right at home here. And the Mirri's Guile synergy is the same as the Sylvan Library synergy, which is just that like survival decks like to play a lot of nonsense creatures, so making sure that you don't draw them is ideal. And other than that, I have a crazy utility package, right? I have like every green, white, and red ETB that I could possibly think of coming up in a match of Magic in Premodern. The original deck had the Sylvan Safekeeper Angel combo, which was sort of its core capability. Like it won most games by having Safekeeper Angel. I have Fleetfoot Panther as an exciting way to reuse those ETBs. Thornscape, of course, is exciting multi-way player. And I've got this Masticore that doesn't look very good because I cut the guy's blessings. So, or sorry, the guy's cradles. Actually, I should probably cut this Masticore. It's tough because Masticore is just like a good creature sometimes, and it's good against red. But and it's good against black sometimes, as long as you have the Squee interaction. So it's tough to say, but I don't know, really mana intensive, and this deck doesn't actually untap with tons of mana all the time. I guess we'll just have to see if it's good enough. And I've got my life gain guys. I've got my like Teroh's Faithful into Fleetfoot Panther. My Teroh's Faithful. Hopefully that's enough against burn sometimes. The sideboard, I've got hilarious stuff going on. I got Bloodflyer Dwarf for the Enchantress matchup. And I guess sometimes the Elves matchup. We'll see how that plays out. Mogg Fanatic also kind of fun of one of Goblin Sharpshooter functioning in the same way. solitary if you watch my Super Wave. So this is just like a hodgepodge of everything I've ever done with the survival deck. And we're just going to kind of throw this at the wall and see what kind of tuning or what kind of learnings we can get. The like play league meta is like wide open. So uh, I could tilt more towards trying to beat specifically Dreadnought, Burn and Dreadnought with this deck. I assume that this deck is going to be good against Dreadnought. It has a lot of the tools for it. I assume this deck is going to be bad against Burn because it's slow and that's just uh, survival decks just take so much time to spin up against Burn, and Burn normally can punish that by being faster. And it's going to be bad against Enchantress and Replenish, which are kind of in the meta game. It's going to be good against most blue decks and most mid range, though. It's going to hopefully annihilate those kind of decks. So we shall see what goes. The other thing is I can think about like not playing Anger in the deck, but I think Anger, it's just so free sometimes because all it takes is for you to have like one extra mana on a turn. And yeah, but yeah, and also Mirri's Guile is probably the most interesting thing to be trying out there. All right, means business, a pre-modern regular, and we have a little cheeky turn 3 angel flip here, unmolested, and as well as interaction. So what is this? This is going to be elves or goblins. It's goblins. Well, we have uh quite a we have like we have literally the best start for goblins, right? Plowshares into Walroots into Exalted Angel. So normally I'm like a little bit scared of the goblins deck, but not with a start like this. You can port me if you want. I have birds, yeah, pile driver, sure. And I can like once I face down this angel, I can like consider face upping the angel. I mean, I can face down the angel and then I'm like open to Gem Palm, which is like not ideal, but you know, what are you gonna do? Matron? What would I get here? Probably just Ringleader still. I think I gotta face down this angel just so that I can attack with it, right? Unless I draw Survival the Fittest. If I do draw Survival, what do I get? Just Masticore? I'm trying to masticate my way through this. Interesting. Start with the Thornscape, then go into Masticore. They're thinking. Goblin Sharpshooter here would mean I can't. I'm like facing down the angel is harder because Sharpshooter can take down an angel. Okay, they. Never mind. You're still behind against goblins, right? Just like okay, like it's gonna be a race. I'm not gonna be like in a bad spot for the race. Double angel is good, so I just get to go angel into angel if they deal with it. Okay. And then is it worth having my wall roots tick down to 3? It can't really block anything anymore. Well, actually, it was never gonna block Goblin uh, Pile Driver, but it can block Goblin Ringleader or Goblin War Chief here. So if they do the well, the thing I should be concerned about is if they go Incinerator and then port me, and then my other angel is stranded in my hand again. Well, 1/1 for 2, doing the Lord's work. Go for a Lackey. Lackey port, upkeep, nothing. I'm gonna go for the end step port. Oh, they just don't even have like whatever mana. Is this a good block? Is this a good enough blocking cohort? I think it is, right? I think if I kill a bunch of goblins here, because if I kill 2 goblins here because they stack up some blocks, that is like much more, much better than just flipping it up and getting face damage. Like, sure, if they just chump block with Matron, that's like fine, or that's not like the best. But yeah, I mean, this was gonna happen basically either way. I guess I was on the draw this game, so that's not like, you know, it's not everyone's dream. So yeah, I guess it gets like a little dicey because they can get the ringleader and get a nice chunky pile driver hit here. So we want to kill off the lackey. Yeah, it's a nice chunky pile driver hit. Kind of want my Wallivers to survive though, so that I can play the face-up Angel. I think I can take the nice chunky pile driver hit. No wasteland, no fear. Oh, that's probably better. Well, killing them next turn unless they kill me is also pretty good, I think, I'd say. So let's just do that. Triple pile driver wins. Yikes, they say. Yeah, my green white Exalted Angel deck is doing work. All right, so Anchor gets to unlock Sharpshooter, which is hype, and Thornscape is also cool, and this is also cool, and Bloodfire Dwarf really coming up quite poor here, but we take what we can get. These are all fine. I mean, Krosan Tusker is like a little sus. I'm never gonna spend 3 mana to cycle that, I suppose. Even though it's my only way to fetch up a nice, reliable red mana, fetch up a mountain for the anger line that I'm trying to live for. Just gonna have to try to draw the mountain, the red source, boarding in 3 red cards. I'm just gonna be like survivaling for birds. If they have a sharpshooter, I'm kind of in trouble. But having Tusky in my deck is just, I just don't think it's enough. I've got the Lay of the Lands. That's why I have Lay of the Land in my deck, huh? For exactly this reason, having enough access to mountain. Okay, and good old 1/1 mode on Monk Realist even came in handy there too. Lots of surprises already. Like right off the bat, lots of surprises. Well, not too many surprises. I mean, I knew my survival decks are kind of capable of doing this types of stuff to goblins, but yeah. So hopefully we don't get lackeyed here, but we're not going to mulligan until we can beat a lackey. We can go birds. They have lackey. If they don't have removal for the birds, then and whatever. We're on the draw. It's just like lackey. Fighting it against lackey on the draw is just it's just such a nightmare. To draw exactly Mogg Fanatic. I mean, look, we just lose, right? It's fine. Like even if I want to try to play a game, um, yeah, I think we play the birds into the call to her. There's no time for guiling into nothing here, especially because the turn 3 we want to try to kick this, and then maybe we can get our battlefield back, assuming the birds lives. And if the bird doesn't live, then we survival for Mogg Fanatic and try to cook with that. All right, big bucks, no siege ganks. I can live with nearly everything else. I spoke too soon. Yeah, I think I want mountain, considering the current texture. Does this deck even need survival is the question. Such a mopey use of mana. The rest of their hand is lands. I think I'm gonna get gooned here. Ooh, senders. I mean, they can put, um, they can kind of do anything now here, huh? I think I'll still the block the lackey. Like if they top deck Siege Gang, that'd be bad. Take a. The thing is, lackey's easier to block next turn. I think I gotta. I like knowing that I have the second call to herd is pretty good here. I mean, the haste is scary. Don't get me wrong, but port ringleader. Am I double blocking? Hmm. Well, I guess they would have put down the ringleader and then had no war chief, and their battlefield would be lackey, whatever. Sharpshooter with haste. I think I'm just dead. Luckily, they can't attack with the goon. Huh. Sharpshooter with haste. I think we just pack it in. There you go. Sharpshooter, Mogg Fanatic, kills, like, basically kills my whole entire board. Can I survival anything else? No. I just, like, needed to hit the land. so I could kill the War Chief. Guess I could see what happens. Bloodfire Dwarf save me. I'm gonna lose my Birds of Paradise. There's no point. If you have a line, drop it in the comments. I don't have a line. Not with no mana. Can't just have no mana, man. We're on the play? Huh. This is a little bit unfortunate. I mean, it's a keep. I'm just thinking about if I want to walk into Wasteland. I don't think I can afford to. If I do get Wastelanded, I'm big sad. But at least Wall of Roots never dies on turn 2, right? Now that I think about it, Goon has to be like a little bit of liability with so many walls. Okay, so now we can get the mountain. I think that's pretty rational. Oh, interesting. Do I want to get forest and then brushland's my only white source and they can potentially wasteland me off white? Or I do brushland here and then get white and then wall of roots is my only source of green? Guess I should have thought of that. I have a white card in my hand, I only have red cards in my deck. Here's wall of roots. I mean, they shouldn't play too many wastelands if they have wasteland and port. Most of the time when they have wasteland and port, it means they have 4 ports and 1 wasteland, but like if they believe in port, they're going to play more ports than wasteland, and I believe in port. I believe that port is better than wasteland. All right, so wall of roots at 4 toughness. Are they going to go? No, there's no sequence here. It would have to be like gem palm. Have to be like I don't know, something crazy. No Sparksmith, thank God. My own Mogg Fanatic. Love to see it. I guess I really want these wall of roots to stay above 2 toughness. But I could like I have 2 wall of roots now. Oh, they do have a wasteland. They're not going to use it though. Who uses wasteland? They want to play freaking War Chief. That's what they want to do. Yep. All right. We planned this out exactly as so. So we're going to go white. Plowshare is the War Chief because there's not too many cards that are scarier. And we are going to cast a Call the Herd from hand. Question mark? Well, they have a Mogg Fanatic. We can gang up. Are there cards that could punish this? I mean, eventually I can go double hand once I have 6, so I should go graveyard, because if I draw a land, I can go double call next turn, which is disgusting, right? Call the Herd is just the same as Siege Gang Commander, just for elephants. What are you going to do, Ringleader? I don't care. Don't even care if you Ringleader me, bro. Matron? Matron gets what? Gem Palm? Siege Gang? Siege Gang's got to be the best. You can kind of start hacking at these elephants. These elephants. Sharpshooter? Yeah, that makes sense. At least I have the answer. They can set it up. Protect my elephants. So yeah, if they go War Chief Sharpshooter, I'm going to lose a good portion of my board. But I don't think it'll matter. And then if they just play Sharpshooter, oh, they just play Sharpshooter, yeah. Well, I've got news for you. You're not gonna like it. Safekeeper birds. Safekeeper's funny. Yeah. Uh, don't mind if I do. Fanatic, Sharpshooter, get my juice in. And then I give the team Shroud. Is that not amazing? I think I might have considered wastelanding that turn. GLGL. Just cast Infinite Call to Herds, my friend. That's the secret to success. Thinking about the Mogg Fanatic angle. Well, I have been kept safe, I believe. Oh, Parokinizes. All right. That is not enough juice, I'm afraid. Unless you have another one. Not sure what the impact of the sacrificing the Monk Fanatic was. Don't know why my graveyard's so big. And even if it was this big, why doesn't it expand? Like a normal graveyard. All right, let's go. We've defeated goblins. Like we defeated a red deck with our green deck. It's a big deal. It's a big deal. It doesn't happen often in these parts. Unless, of course, the green deck is Enchantress. All right, on the play against Klobster. Oh, little Mirri's Guile with the shuffle. Walverts. I'm in. It's gonna look like I'm Enchantress for a turn. Can't do anything about the second Mirri's Guile, unfortunately, but so I guess I'm double mulligan. It's technically a 5-card hand. Oh, Treetop Village. I feel like I can beat a Treetop Village, yeah. All right. I would like one Survival of the Fittest, please. Or can I just play Wall of Roots? I guess the only problem with this Wall of Roots plan is if specifically they go Oath to Druids on turn 2. I guess it's fine because I just like take a Terraform hit and then I go grab the Monk Realist and then I Monk Realist. Oh, I have no other creature in my hand, so after I draw the Survival next turn, I'm gonna have to locate a creature to pitch to it. But this is probably the rock, right? Guess I have to worry about Deed. I have nothing for Deed in this deck. Oh, it's both Ponza. Okay, well, this one all lasted. Oh, okay. We got through. Survival, draw the Survival, play the Survival, and then I'm going to Lay of the Lands for a Plains because my Brushland is getting baloned up. Baloneyed up. But at least I am not going to get oathed. I could be like a little bit worried about Naturalize, but I really don't think. Well, I mean, yeah, it's reasonable, I suppose. Yeah, it's fine. They typically only run 2 main deck. I'm not gonna like be too pissed about that. Like, now what? I'll just draw another survival. Okay, well, why don't we draw survival and not cast it? What are the chances they have the second thing? Because the problem is I can't go survival, cast it, and then fetch. I'm 1 mana short of going survival, cast it, and then fetch if they have oath. So I really want the survival up. But I guess my plan is to Plowshares the thing if they do that then. Draw survival, call the herd, pass. I mean, the one thing is if I do, well, they play Sphere Resistance. It's like not a big deal. Probably just going to play a Terravor, like naked. And it's a 3/3. Okay, they're just going to play Stone Rain. Boring. Okay, Baloth, Survival, pitch, Baloth, get Squee, attack for 3. They're at 11, by the way. Maybe I shouldn't even bother with this and just kill them. We do kind of need. I don't think I should be too concerned. I kind of have to get Birds of Paradise though, because now I no longer have white mana up. Sure, pitch Squee Bob. Get Birds of Paradise. Pick up Squee Bob. Pick up Windswept Heath. Draw Windswept Heath. Play Forest. Play Birds of Paradise. Get in. Okay. Should I board in Glowrider? Probably not. They only cast one spell a turn. But look at all the removal I get. Pyroclasm? Both the druids? Sure. So you have to follow it up with Pyroclasm as well. Stone Rain, sure. And this is why Monk Realist is in the deck. Oh, no land? It's kind of rude. A little slow going for um, the next turn. And then I have to upkeep, pitch Squee for birds, and try to Mirri's Guile into a land. They're going into 1. They're going to go for Teroh. Firebolt? Oh, that's disgusting. Okay. I finally found the Pyroclasm. Rampant Growth? Rampant Growth, and is this the Magnivore deck? This is the Magnivore deck! God damn it. I can beat the Magnivore deck. I might not even want... I might want a Plains at some point. And I want Plains if they play Magnivore. The problem is I don't really want a Plowshares Magnivore. 8/8. I draw 2 cards off that. Ugh. It's fine. Magnivore deck is much different. I think I'm going to lose now. I should have known when they had Stone Rain instead of Thermokarst. There's no Mox Diamonds in the Magnivore deck either. Okay. I have downgraded this to a bad matchup, right? Because Mox Diamond is like something I'm going after. Magnivore has haste instead of trample, but Pyroclasm is better against me if they're just going to play a bunch of the main deck. Oh, they naturalize the survival. They should naturalize the Mirri Guile. They know that I'm not finding another land. I mean, not necessarily, but seems like it would have been good. Okay, well, I guess this is soon to be a call to herd battle, right? But they've got 3/3/3s, or they're gonna have 4/3/3s against my 1/3/3. So I need a 4/4, and it's in the graveyard. What else I got? I need Exalted Angel. Too slow, I'm afraid. Although if they're gonna try to Stone Rain me out, maybe I can like that's like enough of a diversion. Oh, I just need Wall of Roots, right? Shouldn't you play Hull Breach if you're the Magnivore deck? There's the Wall of Roots. Wall of Roots. And so here's the question. Do I want the second Mirri's Guile to cycle to Krosan Tusker in between activations? I don't think so. Plasm, what a drag. Teroh's Faithful is good here. So, and interesting to note is that this game, there was like huge Mirri's Guile upside in that I like cast it turn 1, I hit all the land drops, it like I will cast it turn 1, shuffle it right away with Lay of the Land, find 2 Survival of the Fittest, like cook. All because it cost one mana, right? Would have been much slower if not. On the other hand, I was never able to like do the thing where I could draw survival and a creature in the same turn, which would have been like Poggers. Oh, I should have blocked with Birds of Paradise. Oops. Well, I am going to be blocking with Birds of Paradise this turn, but the question is if it is too late at that point. Do I ever want the mountain? No, right? So then I should draw Windswept Heath. I don't know how I'm going to contend with the Magnivores, but I guess I'll find out. They should just double activate and put me to 1, right? Well, red-green control against red-green white mid-range. It's an interesting fight. Okay, I should have blocked, right? And then they just would have never had this Magnivore. I guess technically the Magnivore is going to set up infinite chump blockers for me. I'm going to take no damage this turn. Isn't that Poggers? Do they not? Are they going to pitch a Brawn? Can't put a Brawn in their deck. Oh, I should have floated. Oops. Grab the. Oh, I'm out of Plainses. That's unlucky. All right. Life is going to get a little bit hard now. I'll take a creature. Fleetfoot Panther. Let's go. I lost a Cult Herd. I mean, I'm not going to like cast a Cult Herd. Well, there's a Swords and a Brushy, so let's go ahead and enjoy it, right? How am I ever beating this Oath, though, when I have no more Oath removal? Is it is it actually to um is it actually to trigger their Oath and then have infinite chump blockers for Magnivore, or only have like one Magnivore at a time? Oh, don't I just lose if they double activate? Okay, I'm spending too much time like worrying about stuff that doesn't matter. Okay, so the plan, blow their stuff up. I'm surprised that deck doesn't contain Mox Diamonds, but I guess it happens. Sylvan Safekeeper is not very safe against Pyroclasm, huh? Armageddon's actually quite good. Um, it's a way for me to sort of like reset against them. Seriously, having zero Mox Diamonds, my Thornscape Battlemage is like not doing anything. This doesn't do anything. It is a 4/4, which is a big size against the relevant stuff. Hmm. Should I just have like the Miser Solitary? I might randomly get them if they mill too many Naturalizes. Seems unlikely. So Sylvan Safekeeper protects my stuff from Firebolt, but nothing. None of my stuff really dies to Firebolt. Like besides Face Down Angel. The problem is Angel's so expensive. I'm never gonna get to face up it. But maybe I can just get a fast one. Protect my Bird's Paradise. Kind of doesn't matter. And then Thornscape is weird because I actually don't know if they have anything to target. Because I didn't see a Mox. They didn't even mill a Mox. I'm going to go with zero Moxes. Zero Moxes and no reason to shock, right? All right. We have Realist and we have Naturalizes. Teroh's Faithful is just a wall against his Masticore, a better wall. It is, right? Because it can stare down a Magnivore. Technically, there's no way for a red green to kill it. Oh, I guess artifacts come in the form of a Phyrexian Furnace, which they will board in. I put in one out to Phyrexian Furnace. Guess the other thing about Angel is I need double white for it, which is also really hard. Mirri's Guile double shuffle, I'll call the herd. 2-minute differential. I have too many things to click. I'll take a survival for sure. And then just not cast it. Call the herd, swords, plowshares. Guess we'll draw the swords and then we're just gonna start calling. Huh. I don't want to call and get oathed. So we just do nothing? That can't be good. But I also don't want to get my island, my plains blown up. Why don't we just take the plowshares, fetch a forest, cast Call the Herd, and call it a day? And then we'll just like plowshares our elephant token or something. Yeah. Stone Rain, whatever. Nice. I do have a Naturalize now. Draw the Wooded Foothills. Play the Mirri's Guile in case I want to do some Guile tricks. Wasteland does nothing. 4 mana. 4 mana. Reverent Silence. They don't have Magnivore mana. Call the Herd, sure. All right, pick up one Naturalize, shuffle the other. On the other hand, I could pick up a Call the Herd and just keep the Naturalizes on top of my deck. Why would my library just like fly across the screen? Like why? Who is that for? Right now we're just like fighting over Call the Herd supremacy, right? So herd into herd. They should block. I'm like I because I have tempo, they should block, right? And then like I have like a slight fear of getting my planes blown up, but having the ability to choose if I'm going to draw Naturalize has to be good here. Flashback, that was to be expected. We're going to draw a Naturalize and oh, I mean Krosan Tusker is actually quite tempting, but then I have to lose the Naturalize or possibly skip a turn. I think we'll just let it go. I guess I shouldn't have given away that I have the fourth land for Call of the Herd because that could have changed the information about if they were going to block. Now they're just going to tank on it some more. It's also like evident that they have not drawn out this game. Go for the second mountain. Now they can try to like play a nice little baby Magnivore. Stone Rain here is obviously good. You can't keep getting away with drawing lands. Nice. No Stone Rain is good news. All right. I guess we want a plains. I guess we wanted to naturalize, actually. It's hard to say. Well, we wanted to naturalize. Because if we draw a creature, we're going to want to like survival and start doing the survival thing right away. The plains is kind of good for that, right? Because then I can play a Wall of Roots. But I think I want like a monster. Put a beefy guy in my hand. All right, well, now I want the Brushland because I'm going to threaten the Plowshares here. And if not, I've got the Brushland hanging back. Their Magnivores are 3/3s. On the other hand, they have to cast one more sorcery. Oh, I kind of have to use Plowshares on Magnivore actually because I don't have an answer to that card. So I shouldn't have played the Plains. I mean, I could push, and then they go down to 11, but I have two, and then that's two attacks, and then whatever. But Sorcery Magnivore is just, you know, too maybe too big of a liability. Okay, Oath and Stone Ring. Naturalize the Oath. Draw another Naturalize. Guess I needed the Krosan Tusker. They're probably holding all their Naturalizes, right? Maybe I should have just had the Call of the Herd party. This is like the kind of game that I'm not like good at navigating, where I don't actually know the best way to sequence like my cards because things like I don't kind of do this cantrip thing where I load up, so I have to like kind of choose when I draw my cards and then whatever. And then of course if these were Sylvan Library, I would have like drawn like 100 cards deep by now. But I don't know. It's still like a warm hug playing this on turn one, right? And there's a Birds of Paradise. And yeah, I think we're pretty happy to draw a creature for our survival. And we know our survival is getting blown up, so there's almost no point in getting Squee. So I really just want to get shuffle away the dead cards and get like I guess I can get a Baloth here. So play survival. Pass the turn. No naturalize. They naturalize now. Pitch the bird. And Tusker is honestly tempting because it's also another shuffle. And I don't need a land to play it. But it's kind of interesting. I think I still get the Baloth. Both my planes are gone. Are they going to play Magnivore now? Oh, Pillage. Okay. That's fine. Well, that's good. Wall roots. Play a wall of roots. Attack with elephant. You're at 3. It's time for you to have Magnivore or lose. Pyroclasm, Pyroclasm, huh? Pyroclasm, Firebolt, huh? Pyroclasm, Firebolt, regular bolt, huh? Stun Ring. Okay. Not gonna lie, that's annoying. I should have just gotten a 1/1. Don't I just want survival so that I can shuffle and get some birds? I think so, right? Am I like too paranoid that I'm gonna play face down Exalted Angel here? They're gonna go Wasteland Magnivore. But the thing is I'm at 17. Magnivore is a 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, I can't play face down Angel because they have Firebolt. Okay. So it has to be survival. Oh, survival. Pass the turn. Naturalize. Survival this Baloth away. Anybody have any toughness, bros? Do you guys have toughness? I guess it's Fleetfoot Panther. Get wastelanded. Oh my god, it's just so gross, right? I mean, they could also blow up my last forest. I guess I played too conservative. I always do that. I always play too aggressive, too conservative. Yeah, whatever. It is Fleetfoot Panther. Gets around Pyroclasm Firebolt. Let's just draw another white mana source. Yep, that works for me. That'll do, donkey. Brushland. I should go for the Wasteland would force my Fleetfoot Panther. Sylvan, sure. Wooded, sure. You're dead. All right, game 3 with 7 minutes left. No, whatchamacallits. Yeah, Exalted Angel is so bad against Firebolt, though. All right, we should be playing the Aramancer. Oops. Actually, it's not that big of a deal. Survival barely mattered. I just like never had lands in play. I have 19 lands in this deck. Well, 21, I guess, because of the late lands. I have very few pure lands, and I have very few white sources. And I can't put more than 2 birds of paradise in play, or 1 bird of paradise in play at a time, because Pyroclasm like cooks me. We really, if we had gotten Armageddon off, it would have been devastating though. And I think a resolved angel, like if I do ever get this angel face up, like they can't beat it, right? Because they can't burn it out. Um, and uh, and then it just dominates all their Call of the Herds. Same goes for Masticore, except for Graveyard Hate can get to it. It gets pillaged, actually. Oh my god. Masticore gets pillaged. It can't be regenerated. Oops, I just submitted 61 cards. It's fine. Actually hilarious. Garfield, come on. All right, this is my hand. Yeah. It's got the Wall Blossoms. It's got double Call Herd. Just the only thing is it doesn't have a Naturalize. That's okay. Foothills pass. I guess I could have cast Lay of the Land, but I kind of like chilling because they can't assault my mana base here. The only thing is I don't want to get the plains. But yeah, I kind of want to turn 3 Call the Herd. Just don't want to get the plains. Can I afford to not get the plains? So I just get triple forest. Triple forest, Call the Herd. 1/1 Magnivore. Okie dokie. So if I go Call the Herd and they go Stone Rain plus a sorcery, they can get the Magnivore out of range. my Lay of the Land gasses up their Magnivore. Could I just never play a land that they can Stone Rain? I feel like casting Call to Her this turn is pretty mandatory. The only problem is it can make the Magnivore a 4/4, and I currently don't have access to Swords of Plowshares. Why don't we just play Wall of Blossoms? No, we should just play Call to Her. We'll flash it back next turn. They have to play like a lot of sorceries. Forest. I mean, I could have gone on the. Oh no, there's just no way that I could have like gotten too offensive this game because So I was like, oh, why don't I could get anger, right? And that's just like nasty. So I go Stone Rain, so then I just can't cast another Elephant token. Another Forest. I can't get on the offensive. I go Call the Herd. And then Magnivore, try to chump block the Magnivore with Wall of Blossoms for the rest of the game. If they're just gonna sit there and like cast Stone Rains, and I'm just gonna sit there and cast Elephants, and then yeah, it's still good if I ever flash back an Elephant. I could also play Wall and then Survival to get second Magnivore is a problem. But now it's actually just a standoff, right? Because now, okay, I'm like, okay, I can start removing Call the Herds from my graveyard. That's the long game. We're investing. We're investing, y'all. Okay, you've got a couple 3/3 Magnivores. What are you gonna do? And then if you ever send them in, I just double block. Wow, that's savage. Okay. I mean, that is disgusting. Double fire class. What are you gonna do? I asked. I should not have asked that. Right on the draw against Pound of Mids. Yeah. I mean, if you're gonna keep on giving me Mirri's Guile turn one every game, then I'm gonna keep on playing it. Unfortunately, I have to play a turn one freaking Sylvan Safekeeper here, and then after they attempt to kill it, do I have to protect it? There it is. Okay, just showing me that you have both means that I won't sacrifice the land, right? Oh, but they're forcing it through. So I can trade land for Mogg Fanatic, which guess what is not going to happen. Well, double Mogg is obviously going to Mogg me. All right, Goblin Piledriver is the answer. I think I have. So do I play the birds to trade with Mogg Fanatic? Probably, because it reduces the amount of damage that I'm going to take from Piledriver. Okay, take 6 beats. Piledriver, Piledriver. They're gonna let me keep the bird? No. All right. Um, Ravenous Baloth or Call the Herd plus Mirri's Guile. And then never use my Wall of Roots again, because remember, I'm all about Ravenous Baloth means I can't get cycled on, and I don't think Mirri's Guile is going to save the day for me yet. Although I am going to Call the Herd, Mirri's Guile, flashback Call the Herd, Armageddon before they get to 5. And then we'll just kind of play a staring contest where hopefully I have good stuff. A little sad to play against goblins twice. We're not learning things. Oh, I forgot that I should have just played Call the Herd because I'm trying to I'm just trading whatever I get with pile drivers. Okay, but why don't we just eat a lackey and then um, lose my Wall of Roots? Now that we chose this path, we have to be slightly more conservative. So it didn't pump all the green mana out of my guy, but it's not the end of the world. Um, Call a herd. Pass. Port. No actions probably. Oh, are they gonna cycle Gem Palm? Kinda wanna play Wall of Roots. But I think just going Call the Herd attack with Baloth is quite good. Surprised they didn't port me. Right? I feel like I haven't been ported when I thought I was gonna get ported a lot. I guess I should be like, oh, they're gonna go end step Gem Palm War Chief? No, they're just not gonna use their port at all. Okay. They're just passing turns. They're just putting cards in their deck and not using them. Well, I guess we're lucky we didn't sacrifice our forest to the guy and then thus cause irreparable damage to our mana base. Survival, huh? And then I have no creature. Okay, so we're gonna survival up like the rest of our walls of roots, and then we're going to Armageddon, is the plan. We might Armageddon now, though. The best turn to Armageddon is after they cast Goblin Ringleader. Pile Driver Goon. Sorts of Plowshares, Birds of Paradise, Mirri's Guile. Draw. Attack with Baloth. I can actually start attacking with Elephant tokens soon because they're at 7. Armageddon. Look at my mid-range deck. This deck rules. My Mirri's Guile, well, like my deck without Survival the Fittest is like is like so good. Why am I even playing this trash? like it's actually funny. Glowrider, no Idealist. And no Genesis or Tusky. Forgot what it was. I think it's no Genesis. It also just like turn Mirri's Guile. I feel like Mirri's Guile's in my deck for a reason, but Genesis is too slow. It's gonna be, it costs 7 mana for me to Genesis back a Thornscape. It's yeah, right territory. Oh my god, we have answered a turn 1 lackey. Ooh, baby. My green-white deck drawing natural double Swords of Plowshares has got to be like, against goblins, has got to be like the best feeling in the entire world. Are we blessed? We weren't blessed against double Magnivore, double Pyroclasm from their red-green deck with no selection. Goblin Lackey. Not going to pretend to pass the turn. They're going to do nothing almost. Cool. We're going to... Oh my god. I'm so rich. Wall of Roots. Bird's Paradise. End step. Cycle for value. Cycle to hit a land drop. That's not gonna do it. I don't have any goblins. Alright. Now we do want mountain. Go figure. Pass? Can't pass. Pass is too dangerous for you. I mean, do we want to survival? We have like a call to her just sitting right here. But I guess survival will help us like make it so that this game is just completely over soon. Wasteland, Ringleader, War Chief. I'll plow the. Well, no, actually, let's just pitch Terohs. Get a Squee. Pitch Squee. Get a Thornscape. Cast with Red Kicker. Opponent reading the card, just being like, is this how it's going to go for me? Because if it is, I don't want to be here anymore. Sorry, opponent. This is how it's going to go for you. I'm going to get Thornscape Battlemages and Fleetfoot Panthers to pick up my Thornscape Battlemages, and you're not going to be able to do anything about it. Pitch Squee. Get Wall of Roots. 3 cards in hand, no goblins cast. Is it all lands? Their hand was Lackey, Incinerator, War Chief. Pick up Squee. Finally find some lands, thank God. Go Forest. And go for Wall of Roots. And call the herd. I guess I could have set up Anger this turn. Whatever. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I have 6 mana, so I'm just going to get Angel. Pitch Squee. Get Angel. Pick up Squee. Ooh, the yields work with Squee. That's something that I wasn't, I hadn't realized got finally. Like, it used to not exactly happen that way. Maybe I'm wrong, but it wouldn't recognize the Squee. All right, garbage time. This game is over. No amount of siege gain commanding is going to get you out of this 1 pound of mids. Deck looks pretty good against Gobbo, huh? All right, all right, all right, all right. All right, on the draw against Nervous Spirit. And yeah, we just keep on keeping 7. And what a setup here. Survival and a pitch Genesis. I can go get Angel and then just Safekeeper Angel as the plan. My opponent is going to red on my parade, unfortunately. All right, well, let's just trade trade Birds of Paradise for Mogg Fanatic here. Oh, it's burn. Okay. We're gonna have to see how my pulled the birds. You think you're gonna attack 3 times this Mogg Fanatic? Ooh, baby. I guess 2 times. So I guess they're absolutely correct. Okay, Plowshares. So I have to hold up Plowshares or Fear, or have Fear in my heart. The other problem is, so I'm gonna play Survival, and then I'm in a little bit of a pickle because I'm exposed to balling for the turn, but there's really nothing I can do about that. I was on the draw, so I really can't like I just don't have a lot of options here. And I don't think I can get the mountain and try to set up survival because I don't have enough. I won't have enough green mana to cycle through all my. I mean, I guess I could not get plains. What happens if I get mountain? I try to have 6 lands in play and haste an Exalted Angel. At 19, my life total is kind of high. I guess I can choose to get forest or plains based on what I draw, and then if I use Brushland to Plowshares once, not the end of the world. So survival wall, survival wall, then get Baloth. Or get Terohs first. Survival wall, then get Baloth. I guess we don't have to decide if we're going to get the mountain, so we'll get plains for sure. And then we'll get forest if we don't draw mountain. I'm never getting this anger, actually. I'm never getting this anger. But I guess we don't have to decide. Because if I just top deck a forest, then I'll do that later. I also just like shouldn't be cracking fetches willy-nilly, right? Should probably just scoop to this ball lightning. I'm playing against Pup Brain? Are you kidding me? All right. All right. I guess that's why they kept the Mogg Fanatics in play. Well, there's the sorts of Plowshares. Or there's the Angel, rather. I cut the mom. My mom was like this singular white card in my deck for situations exactly like this where I fetch the plains and I want to play a creature that costs 1 white mana. Okay, well, I'm pretty happy they're not straight burn. I think I can beat Pillage. I think I can beat Pup Brain. Mono red Ponza. Although, you know, they might just be hybridized. They want main deck answers to whatever it is. 1 Wall of Roots, please. Plains, basic plains, or Brushland. Brushland deals me a 1 damage. Conserving toughness on my Wall of Roots. My opponent has 3 cards in hand. I'm going to be able to go Safekeeper, Wall. I think I'm going to play Wall of Roots and pitch this Angel and get Terohs. Fish this angel, get Teroh, so I can play Safekeeper. I just don't want the wall to go to 3 for no reason, but I guess walls are kind of replaceable. It's I don't think they're gonna go bolt Mogg Fanatic my wall on their end step. But should I hedge for that? Well, the hedge is to Safekeeper the wall, right? I mean, the other thing was that I can play Angel and protect it, but that doesn't exactly work because if I have to protect it by sacrificing a lands, then they can just like trade bolts for lands, which is not that big of a deal. Um, that's fine. If they throw many bolts at this wall, it's not the end of the world. And now I almost want to get Baloth instead of Teroh's. Teroh's is a little better if I get Fleetfoot Panther. But Baloth starts attacking right away. Yeah, incinerate. I mean, they're at 18. Let's get Baloth. Basic Forest. Battlemage. It's not the worst. Start with Baloth. This active survival should be able to outrun now. Avalanche Riders. Blow up the forest. Makes sense. Guess I shouldn't have fetched the plains. Baloth is on blocking duty for now. Would really love to get a Squee, huh? Okay. Let's get a Squee. We have time. Like, are you going to pay Echo on Avalanche Riders, bro? Yes, you are. Port Forest. Thornscape. Get uh, Squee. Pitch. Squee. Get Wall of Roots. Could get Wall of Blossoms, but I think we want Wall of Roots. Pick up Squee. It's a good one. Play Wall of Roots. I think Mirri's Guile is worth a counter on my Wall of Roots, right? All right, no Baloth for now. We're not like fully out of the woods. We're just mostly out of the woods, right? Red, 1, 1. Pillage, Stone Rain. Stone Rain is fine. Pitch. Squeak. Get another Wall of Roots. All right. Guile, natural Terohs, and Plowshares. Play Teroh. Game 4. I've got 2 blockers. Guess it's time to attack. Bolt it. Okay. Block. I'm at 13. They have 1 card in hand. Okay. That's why they didn't port. Earthquake for 4. Aftershock. All right. My mind cannot comprehend Aftershock, that's for sure. Pitch Squee. Just gonna get Birds of Paradise here. Sure. Um, Wall of Roots. Play Birds of Paradise. Uh, no attack. Barbarian Ring. Stone Rain. Okay. These pawns decks, man. When will they learn? They have to play Oath of Druids. Obviously, they did learn that because that's what they did. I get Birds of Paradise. Squee. Forest. Don't mind if I do. Draw a card. Forest. Wall of Blossoms. Draw a card. Birds of Paradise. Attack. Wasteland. Animate. Animate. Sends. Blocks with Wall Blossoms. And another. Survival's up something tasty. I don't know. Probably an Exalted Angel or something. I don't have the second planes. It's okay though. Genesis back something. Pick up Squee. Draw a bunch of trash. Um, no, still my upkeep. Pitch Squee. They tap something. Doesn't matter. I go get Birds of Paradise. I go to my draw step. I go get a forest. And I play Exalted Angel face down. What are you gonna do now, bro? Are you gonna bolt my Birds of Paradise? Because that's what I would do. Aftershock, you got it. Genesis, target, Exalted Angel. This stuff. Pick up a Fleetfoot Panther for my troubles. Now let's just kill him with Call the Herd, right? Oh, I lied. I can't kill him with Call the Herd because of stupid Mistress Factory is like the most broken land in the game. This whole game would have been a lot harder if they had right, Genesis, Exalted Angel then. Masticore. Pick it up. Put it down. Pass the turn. They haven't bothered porting me because it doesn't do anything. Scoopies. Starting to flood a little. They have eight lands, 9 lands, and 11 spells. I have no more fetchables here. The Lay of the Land can go get the mountain. No. Face up. Card. Lay of the Land. Get the mountain. And I just have 2 brushies in my deck left. Stunning. Well, this deck wins slowly sometimes, but so has every survival deck that I kind of played. All right, what do we do? Glowrider? Unfortunately, Call the Herd is a bit of a non-creature spell, and it's quite good against them. I kind of think I want to maybe hedge enchantment or artifact removal because they might have Curse Scroll. So I can just like play play a Thornscape. Mogg Fanatic for their Mogg Fanatic. Dwarf for their Dwarf. Sharpshooter for their Mogg Fanatic. Solitary. Solitary is the Mega Gotcha. Genesis actually came up. Feels like everything was irrelevant. Look at how relevant my deck is. Just full of relevant spells. Have to change anything? Their deck plays Phyrexian Furnace, though, right? This Armageddon seems like a little thin. It just doesn't matter. I don't need it to win the game. I'm never going to cast it. Mogg Fanatic. Just to blow up their Mogg Fanatic. I don't know, actually seems really bad. That's the only target that they showed me. Should I just have an anonymous 2/2? Mogg Fanatic just for their Mogg Fanatic. And I have to get Mountain for it. It's kind of pointless. All right, the hedge is just here just in case they randomly have Sulfuric Vortex in their deck. I think that's fine. So we kind of want a hand that has Survival of the Fittest, I believe. But I guess a hand with Call the Herd is good enough. What kind of Nether Spirit plays Ponza, huh? Mono red Ponza. It's not very Nether Spirit of a deck. Oh, Mirri's Guile, Bird's Paradise. Well, I have the solitary combo in here, so we're gonna keep. I think we're gonna go Guile because they have enough bolt effects here. Port, land, fetch land. Ooh, fetch land and lay of the land. Well, I'm losing the lay of the land. It's just how it goes. Because they can't Stone Rain and kill kill my Bird's Paradise at the same time. Port turning off Lay of the Land is pretty disgusting, eh? I go for Bolt. Bolt nothing? No, Bolt Port. Okay. There's another land. I'll draw an Angel. And I guess I don't want to do all this clicking. Maybe I shouldn't have kept a one lander against the Pawns deck. I think I have plenty of time though. Grim, there we go. That's what I need Mogg Fanatic for. Yeah, let's just move on and try a different start. I'd rather play for content here, right? And then we want Mogg Fanatic for the Grim Lavamancer. So let's just trim that Monk Realist. Would have been nice to see more of their deck, but we'll just mull the one lander. I mean, I have 19 lands in my deck. I can't get too greedy. But the thing is, if I just have lands in Survival of the Fittest, I'll be able to do anything, right? Because if I have land Survival of the Fittest on the play, I'll just get all my Wall of Roots, and then they're in trouble. But yeah, it would have been nice to see their sideboard. But also, I'm a little impatient here. This match has gone on for too long for me. Keep. This hand is superb. Birds. Have to answer it. Draw. Survival. Curse Scroll. I did call that. What have we got? Masticore. Play the land. Get a forest. Play the forest. Pass the turn. All right, let's see how good their beatdown is. I don't think it's going to be enough. Get in for one. Ooh. Free Squee. I guess I have to worry about Crypt. Well, if they have Crypt, they have Crypt. All Blossoms. Which Squee. Get a Roots. And should I play Roots or should I play Blossoms? I could hit a land. Guess I should have thought about that. Yeah. That's good. Port, pitch, Angel. Look for Thornscape. Thornscape double kicker next turn. Just get more Wall of Roots. Wall of Roots. Squee. Nope. Draw. My own Mogg Fanatic. Port the Forest. Wrong choice. Get the Anger. I mean, sure, Anger is like pretty greedy into like whatever. But oh, and because they can blow up the mountain. It's okay. Yeah, there's no point getting Anger there. That just cost me a counter on my Wall of Roots for nothing. Anger. Get a Birds. Brushland. They keep on tapping this. I don't think it's a good idea. Get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, Birds of Paradise. Exalted Angel. Face up with haste. All right. We learned not to keep one-landers against mono red Ponzo with our deck. I guess it was a two-lander because I had the light land or something? No, not quite. And I was on the draw. Just gonna have to have lands. All right. www.1L. All right, we have a survival. We have a safekeeper. Against Trius on the draw. Can we be on the play, please? It's okay. Don't need it. What the heck? All right. So we're playing against Mono Green Stompy. I think I got bad news for them. I don't have non-basic lands. I also have Call the Herd, which is pretty freaking good. I also have Masticore, which is good. Oh, this is not this isn't that. This is oh, fetch lands count. Oops. This is a this is an Enchantress deck actually, funnily enough. So this is like a Enchantress beatdown deck, I believe. Rancor, double Rancor, block, giant growth. Okay, okay. I take 8, you have 3 cards in hand. Mirri's Guile. This was not the time to draw Mirri's Guile. I'm at 12, what's the worst that can happen? Question mark. Kind of want to go get Wall of Roots, but I have to get Monk Realist eventually. The thing is, if I get Wall of Roots, I'm like not even pitching a freaking creature. Like pitching this Masticore and then pitching it again is just like not that good. Let's just go ahead and get this Monk Realist. We want to blow up this Hidden Herd. Play our fetch land. Play our Call the Herd with haste or whatever. Another Hidden Herd. Fine. Am I gonna Bounty of the Hunt to get this to survive? Yeah, okay, well, I take it. I am tasting it right now. Hidden Herd proving me wrong. I actually have to respect it. Last card, Fyndhorn Elf. All right, I can handle this. I am the deck that contains Masticore after all. Okay, so if I play Masticore, I get hit for 4, and if they giant growth off the top, I lose, but if they don't, I win. Deal? Well, they can put the Rancor onto the Hidden Herd. If I call the Herd, what am I doing instead? I call the Herd. I'm blocking. Yeah. Why wake up the Herd? Actually, why don't we just get the guarantee in, right? So we pitch the Glowrider. And we get Wall of Roots. And then we'll play Wall of Roots. And then we'll play Mirri's Guile. And then we'll pass the turn and then have Masticore. Attack, they can get 1 damage in, maybe they can get 4 damage in, not a huge deal. Would they exile the Bounty on the Hunt? A Harvest Worm. Cool. And I'm not going to activate. No, no land. WTF. Okay, not that big of a deal. Because what we're going to do is we're just going to go Wall of Blossoms, draw a card, and then we'll go Wall of Roots. Okay. Took a little bit of effort, but we're now stabilized. Get some mono green Stompy deck. Brushland. That's a non-basic land. I don't want that. Birds or Wall of Roots? I think I want Wall of Roots. I'm going to get get Squee. Do this now. Squee. All right. Masticore wins the game. Okay. That was effortful and actually surprisingly surprisingly quite a battle. Put up more of a fight than I expected. All right. Feels like matchup where if I ever have Exalted Angel up, I win, right? So let's go ahead and prioritize that. Glowrider is actually quite funny because it slows down all the giant growths, but I think just having this stuff is good. What's Harvest Worm? Is it like a 3/4? Yeah, we don't need anger though, because we're just blocking. We're blocking until we're attacking. And yeah, Glowrider's funny. I mean, they don't play a lot of lands, so they play like Bounty of the Hunt and stuff. Like Glowrider even turns off land grant and makes them pay for land grant. Can make life really awkward if I get it down. And it's a guy. Can't beat being a guy sometimes. Sylvan Safekeeper, just to block. All right. I think I need all four Waller Roots in this deck, though. It's like I want to see Waller Roots every game, no matter what, all the time. Keep here. It's a little bit of a tricky one because of the sequencing, but I'll have creatures on the battlefield soon. Oh, Skyshroud Ridgeback can't be it. So I don't have white mana, but that's not a problem, I think. Well, Exalted Angel. I think I'm gonna crack this for green. I mean, I guess they already don't have hidden whatevers, so whatever. But Seal Strength, get in. No comments from me. Skyshroud Elite. That is a 1/1 for 1. Call the Herd and soak up some damage. Into Call the Herd and soak up some damage. Seems fine with me. Well, it's going to be Call the Herd into Morph is actually the idea. Wonder if they have an answer to Exalted Angel in their deck. Obviously doing this. I guess a Bounty is good, gets in some extra damage. Oh no, I'm happy to gain 5 life here. Another 1/1. Bloodfire Dwarf looking pretty tasty now. Play my Morph, play birds. Okay, 3 damage, or 3 to deal a lot. Don't think it's going to happen. 3 cards in hand with 1 force in play. Another Ridgeback. Okay, so I guess I want defense here. Have to trade for a pump spell. Lay of the Land, the Plains. So 5, 6, 7. They have to have 7 pump from 1 force, so they're still a little bit behind, and then I can turtle up soon after. Um, Soon afterwards, because I'll have defense and offense. Um, well, should have baited the block. Actually, baiting the block is bad, right? Because then they could bounty. And we'll have the Mirri's Guile. So 5, 6, 7 plus 6 would be 1 short if they had growth, growth, or growth bounty. Although, like an overrun, is there any like pump the team effect in their deck? That'd be crazy. Okay, and then all we really need is a creature here. Yeah. I think we'll go Bloodfire Dwarf. No, we'll go Blossoms into Roots. Roots into Blossoms is always good. Or I'm pretty lucky that I got this Blossoms into Roots thing going multiple times this match, but that's because I built good decks with good cards in them. Roots attack here. And I can even play Survival of the Fittest. Growth Bounty, Growth Growth, Growth Growth Invigorate. Doesn't quite do it. It's pretty funny because I'm just going to Survival for the Bloodfire now. The Bloodfire that I know I'm going to draw. And let's go. It's a little 4/1 with Naya Survival. Goblins, Goblins, Mono Green Stompy, Mono Red Ponza, and the dreaded. What did I lose to? Magnivore Oath. Man, I I feel like I almost had all the tools to fight that against that Oath deck. I feel like I was this close, but it's such a huge disadvantage. And it's actually funny. I really was getting my like this. I did not like getting Stone Rain this much. So maybe plus one Wall of Roots in here would be nice. Didn't get to test out a lot of stuff, so we do kind of have to revisit because we just didn't really like knowing that we beat goblins is pretty excellent, right? My 4 Call to Herd deck beats goblins. That's good. And also knowing that I kind of need to play like a few more lands. I don't want to run like 100 mana sources. And I I think this lay of the land is reasonable, but our mana, I mean, our mana was there most of the time. I think there's like a few times where a lay of the land was sort of waiting to be the mana source, but I think two copies is fine for like a +1, like a sorcery speed, any basic. Like I think that's like a very good card in this kind of context with this kind of deck. Because just imagine you could play. I mean, just open up to all green decks. You play a green deck with four Ley of Land, four Birds of Paradise, and that's eight five-color sources. That kind of looks pretty exciting as long as the cards that you're splashing are uh, like three or four drops, right? And then we kind of end up in a world where yeah, the world is your oyster as far as colors. But that said, the red, green, white colors have a lot to offer. Um, we did actually Armageddon someone to death. That was kind of cool. And Armageddon goblins to death in a game one. That's super awesome. How do I feel about Mirri's Guile? I drew multiples in a lot of games, but it basically didn't matter. Like I drew multiples in my opening hand, right? It wasn't even fair because most of the time the first Mirri's Guile means you won't draw the second one. So, like, sure, if you have an opening hand with two, it's like super awkward. But an opening hand with one is pretty tasty. I mean, it's kind of hard to complain. And it was actually kind of funny. This was like barely a good survival of the fittest deck. Like, what am I even using survival for? Why don't I just play a deck that just like casts Call the Herd and just goes to town with good creatures? Like, just you know, survival of the fittest is just for setting up Exalted Angel, Sylvan Safekeeper. It's kind of good against Wrath of God type decks, I guess, type control decks. But yeah, I don't know. But yeah, unfortunately, no, like literally played against zero blue decks, so that's kind of sad. But otherwise, yeah, we take those. We take those. Can't be mad. All right, a little bit of pop here, a little something here. There's a future here. Maybe not ready for the big leagues, but promising start. Um, what else? Anger didn't do anything. Didn't really have a test case for Glowrider. Anger basically didn't do anything. Call the Herd was amazing, but I had the best matchups for Call the Herd. What? I had like five straight Call the Herd matchups. Pretty excellent. Um, Fourth Wall of Roots feels like it's mandatory, but I didn't want to have too much air in the deck, but it kind of feels like I actually don't really have too much air in the deck. And was I missing anything? Was I ever in a spot where like, oh man, I wish I could survival this up? There's kind of random stuff like Tempting Worm. Like I have like been sort of racking my brain. Like, what's a guy? Like, I wish I could just survival up a Tarmogoyf, but Tempting Worm's the closest thing. And it's just not quite a card I want in my main deck or sideboard because of the potential downsides. But I wish I could just survival up a Calder sometimes. Maybe I can survival a Harvest Worm. Harvest Worm only counts for non or basic lands though. You can't pick up a fetch land with it, obviously. Um, so, yeah, I don't know. Like just a, but yeah, like a random like a solid guy. Like Teroh was under consideration for a little bit, but this felt like not the right context. But yeah, Fleetfoot Panther, pretty good body. So I just want good survival targets for one, two, and three, but I basically do, right? Because on one I get a birds, on two I get a wall of a certain nature, and then on three I get Fleetfoot Panther. Why not? Maybe I just need one more three. Then four I get Baloth, and or I guess Exalted Angel is the three. Yeah, I don't know. All right, well, so not a lot of great science, but the vibes are good. Naya Survival.